All right. So, yeah, just to wrap up here, I know we're coming in a little bit late with this episode, but I just wanted to have a few more, I just have a couple more insights because I feel like this 2025 Ontario election is a perfect case study in what electoral politics actually represent. It's not some grand expression of the people's will, but is this managed process to decide who gets to run the machinery of the system whose core properties were locked in generations ago. Every few years, we're invited to help pick which flavor of manager will oversee the ongoing conversion of public wealth and human misery into corporate profit. And Doug Ford's snap election is a perfect example of that because it wasn't just about giving Ontarians a voice or renewing anyone's mandate. Those are PR phrases that were designed to make what is a cynical tactical maneuver sound dignified. It was about running the first past the post numbers and realizing that if he called an election while the opposition was scattered and public anger had no clear outlet, he could grab another majority of seats with far less than the majority of votes. That's the whole game under this first past the post system. It's not about winning public support, but carving the electorate into these weird mishappen ridings to game the math. In 2018, Ford got 61% of the seats with just over 40% of the vote. In 2022, almost the exact same number of people voted for him, but thanks to the magic of the system, his seat count jumped to 67%, with only about like 18% of eligible voters voting for him. The rules reward parties not for building mass support, but for learning how to game the system and how to work the electoral map. And this is not a mistake. It's the system working exactly as it is designed. The first past the post system, like so many so-called democratic initiatives in settler colonial states, exist to preserve elite control while maintaining this thin illusion of popular legitimacy. The goal is never to actually reflect what people want. It is to create just enough of a process to make people feel like participating might matter without ever threatening the real power structure. And again, it's not just Ford. John Horgan did very much the same thing in BC. Blaine Higgs pulled off very much the same thing in New Brunswick. Justin Trudeau, the other poster child of inherent privilege, ran the same play federally twice in 2019 and again in 2021. It's a cross-partisan tactic because the real divide is not left versus right. It's between the political class as a whole versus the people who might actually want to change things. But the biggest lie isn't about Ford or Trudeau. It's about the belief in the system. Because even at its best, it could never actually deliver real transformation. Even if Ontario switched to proportional representation tomorrow, all you would get is a slightly more accurate snapshot of public opinion at the moment of the vote. It's useful. It's more useful than what we have now, sure. But it wouldn't change the core fact that the political system exists to manage capitalism, not challenge it. This is the part that most people miss. Electoral politics, even in its most fair form, aren't designed to open up space for fundamental change. They're designed to contain it. Capitalist states don't let you vote capitalism away. The system itself absorbs, deflects, and ultimately neutralizes any challenge that can be expressed entirely within the electoral arena. And that doesn't mean elections are useless because they're very necessary and even unavoidable, but they can't be the entire strategy. Elections, strikes, protests, all of these things are tools, not solutions. The goal isn't winning office or securing small concessions, but building the organizational power and the capacity needed for the ultimate political confrontation, the final conflict with capital, the one where the existing system itself is on the table. That's the real essence of this 2025 election. Ford's victory isn't just about bad electoral math or a broken voting system. It is a reminder that the system works perfectly to protect wealth, consolidate power, and block any challenge to the foundations of capitalist control. Changing that means building power outside of the electoral system, in the streets, in the workplace, in the communities, everywhere that people already have the ability to disrupt business as usual. That's organizing, not tweeting, not a petition, not a viral rant like this, although there is some currency to those things, or else I wouldn't be doing them. But the slow, deliberate work of building the kind of power that can't be vetoed by whoever wins the next snap election, every strike, every campaign should be about building toward that larger goal, which is preparing for the moment when the system itself is at stake and when it needs to be confronted head on, because it's going to run out of racetracks soon enough. Because again, the system is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. It's just that more and more people are becoming aware of that. So the only way to win is to stop letting the game be played by its own rules and start building the power to break it. And so with that, thank you for listening, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Don't give up. It's not looking good right now, but like everything, the only way out is through. Talk to you later.